So are you new to The Sims 4 and you're trying to figure out how to plant or garden and you would just like some information on the basics in the game as far as planting and gardening goes? Well, stick with me because I'm going to give you that information. Hello, my wolf pack. Thank you all for watching. And initially I'm showing you, yes, I used a cheat code because this character that I have right now is currently at not even beginner level. For gardening. So I'm showing you here the different seeds that you can available for purchase when you go into like the build mode part of the game, and it's in the outdoor activities, I believe is what that's called. And these are different planters, and inevitably those seed packets unlock depending on when, or what level I should say, what level your character gets to. Now there's also Patchy the straw man, and I'm going to show you him and get this over with. I don't like him. It kind of creeps me out to have a Scarecrow that comes to life. I know that's silly, it's just a game, but he still creeps me out. So one of the, you purchase him, and of course, you know, initially you don't have enough money in the game to do these kind of things, but this is just, you know, so you have the information that this guy will actually take care of your garden for you. He comes to life, he takes care of your garden, and he comes into your home. And if you want to, you can woohoo him and have children also, but you know, again, he creeps me out. So you have to get to full relationship status, and then all of a sudden you get garden, you can ask for gardening tips, or you can check him for seed packets. And not all the time, but sometimes you will get seed packets from him. It's actually pretty cool. Another way to get flowers, like free flowers, fruit, and veggies, is go to like your neighborhood parks or just around the neighborhoods. But you'll have to go back the next day. Just go and like get it to start the process of putting those plants out there and flowering or blooming or whatever you would like to call it. Now let's go ahead, and I'm showing you, you would, on the PlayStation, you would press X, and of course you would just left click on the PC on these planters. And you can see when you're at level 1 or beginner, whatever, it's that's the purchases you have available. Now this plot is from Cottage Living, so it's different than the other ones. And you would buy different, like it's an oversized crop, and you would buy the seeds, and you would also buy the fertilizer from that separately as well. And yes, there is fertilizer in the game, and we're about to get to that. Now, also, if you have Cottage Living, if you have cows or llamas or chickens, you have a chance of finding the fertilizer that you can purchase also separately. So while you're cleaning out the coops or the, you know, little areas, that kind of thing. So we just planted the watermelon seeds, and I almost killed my girl straight out the gate because I didn't put her in summertime clothing. I mean, oh my gosh. So I had to cut out and go back in and nurse her back to health kind of thing. But here we are, and the vertical garden, make sure you just purchase seeds from it because those are the only ones that will grow in that planter. And then you have like the little planters. Here I'm showing you, now again, I did use cheat codes, and I opened up initially when I purchased these items. So I didn't use cheat codes and get them for free, but I did use cheat codes and open those up to purchase. So I purchased those, and normally you wouldn't have some of these things straight out the gate. So, but I wanted to have these things to show you how to plant them, where to put them, you know, things to look for. Like, it's summertime. I started out the game in summertime. If you have seasons, you know what I mean. If you don't have seasons, it doesn't matter. And things like her almost dying from heat stroke or whatever wouldn't have mattered to you. It won't affect you. But when you have seasons, you have to worry about what type of plants you're trying to plant in your planters and in the ground, because if it's not a summertime plant, then it's not going to grow for you, and you're not going to yield any fruits, vegetables, flowers, that type of thing. I usually try and grow things that normally would bring me some income and food, especially having cottage living, or if you live off the grid type thing, then it's really awesome to have those choices, and especially if you're playing a vegetarian or vegan, that's really awesome when you can grow your own stuff. But they get you know, an inspiration or a perk or a happy perk from eating their own vegetables that they grew. Now you can see here that I'm showing you, they usually initially at first will water or weed for that matter, 2 things at a time. And there's no rhyme or reason why she skipped over the other 2 trees and went over and see, now she's going back to those trees. It just happens that way. So when you plant your plants, keep them within 1 or 2 tiles apart, because that way she or he, your sim, will be able to, in one fell swoop, just go and take care of things. If you have them too far apart, then you're going to have to click and tell them to go back to the other that was too far from it and to water it or weed it or whatever the case may be. Now, you can have your sim, I think once they reach 3 or 4, I believe. Well, maybe 3. Anyway, you can talk to plants and trees to fill their social needs. If they like gardening, by the way, it fills the fun bar. So how cool is that? I mean, like, you could fill the social and fun at the same time. Your garden blooms every day around 5:30 a.m. And your plants will also, or can, evolve into better quality. And better quality means a happier sim or more income for your sim, depending on what you're doing it for. You can have your whole backyard, by the way. There's no limit to what you can grow in the game on your property. Bees fertilize your garden, they give honey, and they fill social and fun bars. Yes, they can get stung, no doubt. And I would not recommend wearing the beekeeper outfit because you don't bond with your bees. And the more bond there is, the better the honey is. Fish also act as fertilizer. So another thing to do in game with fishing is to use it as fertilizer for your plants and trees. Another thing, if you have outdoor living, then guess what? What you would need to do, first of all, is just go to the regular campground, pay for 1 day. So make sure you have and bring at least, I'd say, 1K simoleons with you. You can buy your own growfruit. So if you have outdoor living, you can buy growfruit, which is another fertilizer in the game. And it's an awesome fertilizer, by the way, probably the best in my opinion. Now, here are other ways that you can get free plants to plant in your house or yard or whatever. Go to the Spice Festival, and there's actually a cowberry plant right there, and you can get one of them. Another one, the Romance Festival. Now this is like awesome. Go there and just get those plants. Oh my gosh. And splice if you want to. Pull splices of everything. That way you can, either if it's not, it's going to be in season, but if you don't have seasons, then you can splice plants together and grow like a ton of stuff, and it's amazing. But that is what I got from the Romance Festival. Another way you can get fruit, vegetables, and that type of thing is you can buy it from the computer. You can see here, purchase gifts. There's also seeds, but gifts is another way to bypass buying a whole packet and maybe not getting I like to buy the rose, because the rose you can plant a certain time of the year, and if you start out that time of the year, then all if you're doing it just to make money or earn income in the game for your sim, then the rose would be the way to go for sure. You just go down, and I think it's one of the bottom ones that you can get a hold of. See, there's mushrooms. I mean, how cool is that? It's $5 for one, but then you get a bunch of those once you grow it. And there's a rose, it's $144, so you would consider that like the best quality. And then here are seasonal plants, and I believe those only open up once you hit a certain level in gardening. Or you can do the same thing that you just did on the computer on your phone. I hope I didn't go too quickly. I hope you found this helpful. Thank you, my wolf pack, for watching. Please remember to smash that like button, ring the bell to be alerted, and hit subscribe. Take care. I will talk to you next time.